It's in Dindot.
It's the most awarded film in South African history, and as it hits cinemas nationwide, it's causing quite a stir. In this episode, we dig deep into Inxeba, and that's the wound for those of you who can only click on mouses. Has the film crossed a line by depicting a gay love story in the context of ulwaluko, the Xhosa male initiation rite? Well, join us as we search for answers. Let's get away.
The wound.
The wound.
The wound.
I'm talking about, of course, Inxeba. The wound, as it's called.
Since the trailer dropped about a year ago for the 2017 Sundance Film Festival, John Trengove's Inxeba has been receiving a lot of attention.
It has been the talk of town for everyone knows how long.
It's been winning awards and nominations left, right, and center.
For Outstanding Film, Limited Release, the nominees are And The Wound.
And came the closest to winning an Oscar since SA's 2006 Tsotsi win, making it to the top 9 films in the Best Foreign Film category this year. But not all the attention has been positive. Xhosa King Pendulo Sikao has called for a boycott of the film, and many others have staged protests, signed petitions, and even made death threats against the cast online, despite not having even seen the film. It got so bad that for some of the cast, the Eastern Cape is a no-go zone. We spoke to a cast member, Niza Jay, who plays the initiate Kwanda in the film, about this reaction and how it affected him.
I was in the Eastern Cape 2 days ago. I'm not going to run away just because a group of hooligans feel that they can threaten me. If I'm meant to go down because someone wants to attack me because of work that I've created, let me go down like that.
Most of the anger online seems to be due to a misconception that the film reveals secrets of the sacred Xhosa initiation rite. But as director John Trengove explains, as far as the initiation is concerned, there is nothing that hasn't already been revealed by Mandela in Long Walk to Freedom or Thando Mgqolozana in his novel A Man Who Is Not a Man, which was part of the film's inspiration.
We were not interested in making an expose. We were interested in dealing with the kind of problems and failures of masculinity, and really the initiation has an important symbolic value in the film.
So if the film doesn't reveal secrets of ulwaluko, then why are people so upset?
The backlash to the wound seems to be proportionally much bigger than it was to Mandela's autobiography. You could kind of look at that and speculate that perhaps there is a homophobic subtext to the outrage.
And so it would seem that the gay love story at the heart of the wound is perhaps what is most unsettling to many South Africans.
Our co-producer, Betana Wundler, is a Xhosa man, and so a story about same-sex desire in the context of a traditional custom, that's what seemed meaningful to us, especially in light of statements that Mugabe was making at the time.
We equally reject attempts to prescribe new rights that are contrary to our values, norms, traditions, and beliefs. We are not gays.
Do you personally dislike homosexuals?
Of course, they are disgusting.
Oh, but here in the Rainbow Nation, our leaders would never dare to say that in public. Or would they? Mmusi Maimane came under fire a few years ago for lumping gay people into the sinner category.
To be a friend of sinners. In my friendship circles, there are gay people.
And Jacob Zuma back in 2006 said, quote, "When I was growing up, uNgqingili would not have stood in front of me. I would knock him out."
South Africa is not liberated at all. We just have a fancy constitution, but we are not liberated.
The film also makes a point of saying is that to be an out and proud gay person in South Africa is really still a kind of middle-class privilege. We deal with a lot of homophobic violence still.
But pretending gay people don't exist in Africa is just as damaging as outright homophobia. Last year, DSTV pulled tween Disney show Andy Mack from being broadcast across the whole continent because of a gay storyline, which was not permissible to Kenyan authorities.
I'm glad I told you. Me too.
There are numerous other examples. In South Africa, apart from a few exceptions, there is a shortage of films which seek to accurately portray gay issues and characters.
Portrayal of LGBTQIA members is pathetic, it's awful, it's embarrassing.
Box office hit Happiness is a 4-letter word had a deeply problematic gay character portrayal.
Nothing like an extramarital pounding before breakfast, eh?
And Justice Edwin Cameron called out Spud for its, quote, casual denigration of gays.
Don't get me me wrong, boys, I have nothing against lesbians. Nothing at all. In fact, I'd like to give them all a jolly good rogering.
Hey, what's up you guys, it's Troy Sivan, and I have something to tell you guys. I told my family that I am gay.
There have been very, very uncomfortable and problematic representations of gay characters. So we were kind of hungry for something that just represented queer characters in some sort of authentic way.
Over 500 men were interviewed about this film, and so many people's insights who have undergone the experience was collected, right, to create this authentic story. The film is not a figment of someone's imagination, it's a reality, it happened.
So how are South Africans who have actually seen Inxeba reacting? We went to a screening of the film that was put on by Sunshine Cinema in Langa, a township in Cape Town, to find out.
Initiation. It gave pride to the Xhosa in the Western Cape. But in this case, we only have this white man who happened to write it in the context of gayism, not in the context of manhood.
We can't blame John Trengove for portraying our culture like that, but we just would not stand up and write about our own culture.
Many people are not happy about it because it's actually not showing the true reflection of what's happening in the mountain.
From the start, it was totally wrong. I'm not sure where does that thing happen. Not in our culture, African culture.
Before I actually watched the movie, I thought they would really dig deep and just expose the actual culture, but it was not really about that, and credit must be given to them for that.
I felt that, oh my goodness, this is my story. It's being told. What does it mean to be queer and also be an active participant in our culture? All I'm against.
What really frustrates me is the fact that they are using initiation,
this platform, to sort of convey that message. It is one of the most powerful sort of backdrops to use because it is such a hyper-masculine space.
It was a good film. People don't want to talk and say whatever, but it was a good film. I mean, it's an eye-opener.
Opinions were divided, to say the least. But one thing's for sure, conversations were sparked.
I think that there are going to be people who watch the film and who are going to say, you know, fuck that, that's not my experience. You got it wrong, and hopefully be prompted to tell their own stories. And that is the best possible outcome.
There's no way we can really ever get to the bottom of all the questions that surround The Wound. As Gia Mambu, a film critic quoted in City Press, said, "No one will leave the cinema feeling the same way as they went in." Inxeba is out in cinemas nationwide. Talk to us about it on #Let'sGetAway. Until next time, stay woke, stay aware.